Today we're going to be changing out this PCV valve right there in this 2007 Dodge Caravan 3.3 liter V6. This will be just a quick video. If you haven't seen my video on replacing the cowl, I would suggest you watch that because it makes it a heck of a lot easier to access this PCV valve. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is we want to locate where it's at. And it simply is right here on the end of this hose that goes down to right here and plugs in. There is a hose clamp right here that we have to compress, and we'll simply pull out the hose, remove the PCV valve, and replace it with a new one. So here's our new PCV valve. There is our number. This brand is Wells. I'll show you what it looks like. Not really much to it, and the install is pretty easy. This is just a good idea to change when you're doing a tune-up on your car. Alright, so we're just going to simply grab a pair of pliers and squeeze the hose clamp and remove the hose clamp. Okay, so when unclamping this hose, I would suggest you do the top and the bottom, just because this hose is pretty stiff and it's difficult to remove with just removing just one, which would be the bottom where the PCV valve is. So if you remove both, you can kind of wiggle the hose back and forth, pull it off. I'll show you where your PCV valve is. It's just hiding right down there. So we're going to simply pull it out and replace it. Okay, so PCV valve is out. One thing to note is these are not that easy to get out. This one was extremely hard. I've seen others where they're extremely hard. If you look at this, I had to put a bolt in it, if you can see that, put vice grips on it, and kind of pry it out. So it's in there like this, and you have to pry it out. In fact, I gotta make sure that there's not more rubber on it, because if you look at the new one, which is right here, that one has a lot more rubber on it. So I gotta make sure it's not in there. If it is, I gotta pick it out, which should be pretty easy. I gotta pick, and I'll just pick it out, because it really shouldn't go too far. It's seated in there. So anyway, use some vice grips, put a bolt in it, and then just kind of pry it out. You can't just pull it out. It has too much suction, or it's seated in there too good, so make sure you try that. So just as we were thinking, there was more rubber to it, so just had to pick it out. It was just right there on the surface, pretty easy to get to. But anyway, now we're just going to install the new PCV valve right here. It goes up in there like that, and then the hoses connect back on, and then the hose clamps. We'll see how hard this is to put in. I might put a little PB blaster, just kind of rub it along this edge. I don't want to saturate it in it, but just kind of rub it along this edge to make sure that it slides in just good. Alright, so as far as the install goes, it's back on there. What I did is I took this 13mm deep socket, put it over it, and then just lightly tapped it with a blow hammer until it went in. Just was real careful to get it to seat in there, but there we go. That's in. So now we're going to put on our hose and put on our hose clamps, and that should be about it. Alright, so we got the hose back on, the clamps are back and they're tight, and that is about it for the PCV valve. So I hope this video helped you change your PCV valve. If it did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching BryzGarage. Have a nice day.